What is up? Welcome back to Reggie's World Sports. And today, we're going to get into that Atlanta Falcons win over Tampa. But before we get started, I just want to tell you guys to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share this with your friends and family, and continue to support my channel. For those of y'all that don't know, the Atlanta Falcons won. They pulled it through against Tampa, 31-26. It was a pretty exciting, good game. You know, probably a little closer than what it needed to be. But they pulled through. They won. They got the job done. And the Atlanta Falcons now lead their division in the NFC South. You know, they have 4 division wins. And they're now 5-3 with Tampa Bay being 4-4. And look, if you look at this game and how this game played out, we got to talk about Kirk Cousins. Because in my opinion, he was the reason why the Atlanta Falcons won that game. And shout out to Kirko Cousins. You know, doing the pre-game huddles, getting his teammates together, putting out, quoting, bankroll fresh. Hey, gotta love Kirko Cousins. He's ingratiating himself to the city of Atlanta, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And hey, he's doing it. He's getting the job done. And if you look at how he's played against Tampa Bay over the course of the season, he has 8 touchdowns to 1 interception. He has a combined 728 yards passing. He's getting it done. Kirk Cousins is getting the job done. And it's great to see. If you look at how he played, you look at this game in particular, he finished the game 23 for 29 for 276 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had a quarterback rating of, 145.8? His QBR was 74. All very, very, very good statistics. And he was awesome. Kirk Cousins was awesome. And what he showed is when you give this man protection, and when he has time in the pocket for him to sit back, scan the field, go through his progressions, pick up his iPhone, scroll on Instagram, like pictures of IG models, and complete a pass, he's as good as it gets in the league. There's no question about it. And Kirk Cousins is like he's doing it. He's doing this thing, and he's been doing this thing for the past month. And so it's great to see Kirk Cousins find his groove. And you look at like I said, the weapons that he has, Kyle Pitts, and shout out to Kyle Pitts. 2 touchdowns in a game. 4 catches for 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a big run after catch play when he got into the end zone. And look, it was a scary play because for a minute it looked like he fumbled the ball in the end zone, and boy, would that have been a disaster. And for a minute, like I was nervous because I'm like, I know this man didn't fumble the ball in the end zone. Like, come on, Kyle Pitts, come on, buddy. But luckily, and maybe it was because it's tight ends day or whatever, but the referees decided that he did not fumble that ball in the end zone, and he did score that touchdown. And quite frankly, I can make an argument that specific play that Kyle Pitts made might have been the most impressive play of his career, because he actually looked like a unicorn. The way he was just running past defenders, after the catch, using that speed. And so it was good. It was good to see Kyle Pitts have his moment. It's good to see him finally string together consecutive games of just being consistent and just being a playmaker, and showing the Atlanta Falcons and showing myself, like, okay, this is why we drafted him number 4. Like, hey, this is why we drafted Kyle Pitts number 4. So he's been making his presence felt out down on that field, and he's making plays. Darnell Mooney continues to be just unbelievable. He had a good day as well. He had over 90 yards receiving, and he had a big touchdown. I think he caught like a deep slant that that Kirk Cousins hit him in stride for a touchdown. That was great to see. Drake London was a little quiet in this game compared to what I've seen him do in previous games, but he made plays as well. And you just look at the weapons in the passing game for Kirk Cousins, and this is the playmakers that he has at his disposal is as good as any in the league, and you're seeing it on a week in and week out basis now. Just weapons galore in the passing game, and Bijan Robinson ain't too bad himself. He was good. He made plays in the passing game, and so it's just impressive seeing Kirk Cousins just do his thing. But again, look, this game wasn't without drama, and the Falcons did score 24 points in the first half of that game, but in the second half they only scored 7. And look, we had penalties, holding calls, and it just seems like offensively, when this team offensively they struggle, it's because of the penalties. It's because of the holding penalties, and like penalties kill drives. I say that constantly, and I felt like in the second half the penalties kind of did the Falcons in. They also had a little bad fumble by Bijan. Yeah, he fumbled the ball, in which Tampa ended up scooping up, picking up, scoring off a safety. That was rough. But overall, anytime you score 31 points in the NFL in this league, you're doing a great job. And I want to give kudos to the offense. And Kirk Cousins, he was great. And like another play from Kirk in the second half when it was close and it was 31-26, and when the Falcons offense didn't need a big play. And I think at that time it was like 2nd and 14 or something like that. And Kirk Cousins, he had a big scramble. He ran for about 13 yards, and he showcased those old legs. Kirk Cole just running down the field, running and diving and just making plays. And so Kirk Cousins, I thought, was great. I thought he had a great game, and it was good to see. It was good to see Kirk Cousins, do his thing. And Bijan Robinson, I thought late in that game made plays in the running game. He was able to get things going and juking and making people miss and running and spinning and doing the things that he's doing. And look, he's playing like he's starting to get into a groove as well, Bijan Robinson, and showcasing why I believe he's one of the more talented running backs in this league. And so it was a very good day for the offense overall, but I can't say the same for the defense, unfortunately, because the defense gave up 26 points. Really, it was 24 because they had a safety, but they gave up 24 points. 24, 26, whatever, to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that did not have Mike Evans and they did not have Chris Godwin. Tampa Bay, two of Tampa Bay's main offensive weapons. They didn't have either player, and they were still able to score touchdowns and move the ball down the field. Tampa Bay actually finished the game with over 400 yards of offense. Over 400 yards. They had more first downs than the Falcons did. They were 9 for 14 on third down. 9 for 14. The Falcons were 6 for 12, which is pretty good, which is also really good for the Falcons end. But Tampa Bay was 9 for 14 on third down. It's defensively. There's just not much else to say. The run defense is still not good. I think Tampa had finished the game with 120 yards rushing or something like that. So they were able to run the ball well on the ground. And once again, we didn't get a sack. We couldn't get a sack. We have 6 sacks in 8 games. 6. It's beyond embarrassing that the Atlanta Falcons cannot rush the passer. Didn't we just trade for Matthew Judon? Where is he? Can we get an APP out for him, please? Where is Matthew Judon? I can't find him. Did he play? Has he played this season? Has he? I can't tell. But I mean, we're getting nothing from our pass rush right now, and I don't know if we're gonna ever get anything from our pass rush. And I just don't know what else to say because the pass rush is non-existent. We can't stop the run at all. And if you can't do those two things, I just don't think it's I don't think you can win consistently or win at a high level. Even despite the fact that the Atlanta Falcons are 5-3, because you look at the NFC, and when you look at Green Bay, you look at Detroit, you look at Minnesota, you look at the Washington Commanders, and shout out to the Washington Commanders for that win. Woo, man, winning a game off a Hail Mary? I mean, oh, man. I mean, I can't imagine how the people up in D.C. are feeling right now, but you got the Washington Commanders, you got the 49ers, and the LA Rams are starting to come alive, and you got, the Eagles are starting to come alive. Like, all of these quality offenses right now, you got to rush the passer. You got to be able to put heat on these quarterbacks. And the Atlanta Falcons just can't do that right now. They seem incapable, which is highly disappointing because, I mean, it's year after year after year of this stuff. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it. 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 But it's a big problem for the Atlanta Falcons that they can't pressure the quarterback. And the fact that every game is just a roller coaster. And it's going to be like this. Every game, I feel like, no matter who the Atlanta Falcons play, it's going to be a close game because the opposing team they have all the opportunity in the world to make plays because we can't put the quarterback on the ground, and we can't force the team to have negative yardage. Like, the only thing we have going for us right now on defense is Jesse Bates, and shout out to Jesse Bates. He had a forced fumble and an interception. I mean, I can't say enough about him. Jesse Bates, he's unbelievable. I mean, I can't say enough about Jesse Bates. To me, he's the best safety in football. But that can't be the only thing we have going. That can't be the only thing for the defense. Like, other guys are just gonna have to step up and make plays. And so that's just the kind of the reality of it. But shout out to Jesse Bates. He's the one guy holding the fort on this defense. But I mean, we can't pressure the quarterback. We can't stop the run, and we got to make a move. I mean, we got to make another trade or something to address this, because as an Atlanta Falcons fan that is used to seeing these same problems, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these issues on defense. But nevertheless, the Atlanta Falcons did pull off a win. And we are 5-3, and it feels good to be 5-3. We're 5-3. We're standing atop the NFC South. I think if the season ended today, we would be like the 3rd seed in the NFC or something like that. And so it's good. I'm still feeling good about that. And look, coming up next, we got the Dallas Cowboys, and they're another flawed team. And so that's another opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons to take advantage of another flawed team and get a win, and we can keep this division league going, and we can get the 6-3, and onward and onward and onward as we hopefully move forward to accomplishing our goal and winning this NFC South and getting into the playoffs. But we got a ways to go. We got some issues to fix, and hey. You got the Dallas Cowboys up next, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But good win. The Atlanta Falcons offense continues to strive. And look, I'm gonna say this too. I believe we got a playoff caliber offense. I truly do. Potentially maybe even a Super Bowl caliber offense. Like, I like what we're doing on the offensive side of the ball. I really do. It will be Zach Robinson. Look, I like Zach Robinson. I wish he could eliminate these wide receiver screens. But aside from that, I like what I'm seeing from the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, we got some issues. We got a lot of issues on defense, and we just gotta pray that they get fixed. That's all I got on the defensive side. But offensively, I like what we're doing, and I think this team offensively, especially, I think they're progressing. They're getting better, which is encouraging. But still got some work. Still got some work ahead of us. We got Dallas coming up this coming weekend, and hey, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get to 6-3, and we can feel even better. But that's all I got for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.